What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about games that fell off on Roblox. So first game we have is Blade Ball. Blade Ball peaked at about 250,000 active players. It averages around 10,000 to 15,000 people. And the reason why it fell off is it's just lack of updates. And a lot of people keep playing and it's just the same thing over and over again with barely any updates that come out, and the updates are just boring. Nothing really new comes out. It's just the same thing over and over again. And this game, people talked about that the developers are super, super greedy. You go to the shop, they're like, per sword, it's like 5,000 Robux, which is like $50 in real life. This game is just very bad market, and the developers are straight greedy. So yeah, that is game one, Blade Ball. Alright guys, so the next game we're going to be talking about is Theme Park Tycoon 2. This game, it was pretty popular. Mostly everyone who's played Roblox at least played this game once. So this game is just a tycoon game where you build a theme park, people come to your theme park, buy your rides, you make money, build more rides. So the reason why this game died out is the lack of updates. They hardly update. They never update actually. This game has suffered really big backlash due to the lack of updates, and no content creators and stuff make videos of this game anymore. There's not really a community for this game anymore, and it also got overtaken by new tycoon games, like other games that are blowing up, and people just completely forgot about this game. And yeah, it's still a pretty fun game if you've never played it before, but after a while everyone got bored of it. That's what led to the end of this game, and for this game to die out. It only averages about like 2k people playing, which is crazy for what it used to average. So yeah, that is why Theme Park Tycoon 2 has died out. Okay guys, so the second game we're going to be talking about is the game Cat. So this game is just a free-for-all. You have a knife and you have a gun. You just run around, just a free-for-all. You just shoot and get everyone as much as you can. And basically the reason why this game really just fell off is because the developer was very inactive. Nothing new came out, and there was a lot of exploiters, that made the game very, very boring for everybody who played fair. Um yeah, and people claim that this game was very pay to win, including with the shotgun effect. It's just like when you throw your knife, a whole bunch of knives come out, which was very OP that everybody used. um but mainly it was due to the absence of the developer. The developer never ever updated, and he just never updated. As we're talking, there is an exploiter right now. This game only averages 100 people playing, and this is a very good example why this game fell off. There's exploiters all the time, so it's very, very hard to play. And this game is just, nobody wants to play a game with exploiters and all that. So yeah, this is why Cat fell off. Um so the really just the main reason was the developer and the exploiters. So the game now we're gonna be talking about is Grow a Garden. Grow a Garden, everybody's played it. If you've ever played Roblox, you've at least played this game once. This game is just a famous game. It's you just grow plants, sell them for money, get pets and stuff, trade with people, do the events. But the reason why it fell off is due to the updates being the same thing over and over again, the same kind of way of grinding, just everything and everything and everything. Um, Also, a lot of dupes, like people would dupe plants, pets, and scam people. That was also a very reason. And the creator and or the owner of the game, Jandel, he was he was absent for a while. Um, and this game hit records. It grew rapid fast, and it hit top playing record. It was basically Roblox at its peak. You know, it was crashing Roblox servers. That's how good this game was. But people were just very, very tired of the same updates and updates again. This this game reached like 25 mil, I believe, playing at the same time, and now it only averages like 100, maybe not even 100k. I'd say 50k. So yeah, this is the main reason why Grow Garden went down. So the game we're gonna be talking about now is Arsenal. Arsenal was one of the most famous shooter games in Roblox. At the time, it was the most famous shooter game in Roblox. And the main reason why it fell off is just the same updates over and over again. Or not even updates. No, they wouldn't even update the game. The developer didn't really commit to the game, if that makes sense. He did not update at all, which led to everybody getting bored of the game. I mean, it's just the same gameplay over and over again. People moved on to different games. This game isn't pay to win or anything. But a lot of people just didn't want to keep playing over and over again. They just got really bored. So that is the reason why Arsenal really fell off. It used to average a lot. At a time, it was at maybe like 75k or to 100k. Now it only averages like 1k people playing, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, that is the reason why Arsenal fell off. Another game that we're going to be talking about is Phantom Forces. This is also another shooter game. It peaked very, very good. Everybody played it who was into shooter games back then. And you were on Roblox. You played this game at least once. Yeah, this game fell off because apparently, allegedly, I don't know if it's confirmed. I didn't do my research on that, but the creator of the game, the developers are bad people. People claim that they did some bad things, which I don't really know what it is, being honest. And that is the reason. And it's just the lack of updates. They don't update at all. Um, it's just the same gameplay over and over again. I have fun with this game. It's pretty fun to me. I should probably do research on what the creators did because maybe I don't want to support them if they did something very, very bad. But yeah, this is the main reason why Phantom Forces fell off. It's just the same gameplay and over again. Got very, very boring, and yeah. Okay, so the last game we are going to be talking about is Counterblocks. So the reason why this game fell off is I guess people kind of got tired of it. The developer never really did anything, and it's just the same thing over and over again, like other shooter games mostly. And also, they had competition with a new game that came out called Block Strike. Block Strike, I don't know if it's made from the same people. It could be, but when they released Block Strike, everybody moved on to there. Nobody wanted to play this game, Counter Strike. They moved on to Block Strike. Block. They claim that Block Strike is way better. In my opinion, I prefer Counter Blocks, but that's just me. Um, but yeah, that is the main reason why Counter Blocks fell off. Just Block Strike took over them, and it was the number one CS:GO game in Roblox.